another moment all together. My name is Chrisphine Midamba, and I just want to welcome you to this session. Maybe a podcast, I don't know. But anyway, today I'm privileged to be having one of my former colleagues, Moses Kuria. You know, we work together with Moses Kuria in one of the radio stations in Kenya, Christian radio station. So we have some background in media as well. We have some experience in the broadcasting industry, you know, talking to you. Probably some of you never saw us. You really wanted to see us, you know, and you like, who are these people? And you know something funny, Moses Kuria, before you introduce yourself, at one point some people used to confuse us. Sometimes when they get to hear you in the radio, and they're like, that is Chris. And then I come again and like, that is Chris. Sometimes I'm not even in the radio industry. I'm not in the studio. And then you are doing the program, and someone sends me a message, Chris, please do this. I'm like, no, I'm not in the studio. That is my friend Moses Kuria. I'm like, no, you. Yeah, I know such things. I don't know. Anyway, how are you, Moses Kuria? It's long. How have you been?
Oh my God, it's amazing. You know, like literally doing this, and we're no longer radio, like on air. We've like moved into different things, like just moved and grown. Like it's just, for me, it's like funny just doing this. And then the way I was struggling to like, how do you introduce this? And the way we were so experienced, now like so much has changed. Like, you know, I don't know how to. Yeah, you don't even know how to introduce the show anymore, because like right now I do like short form content, so I don't even introduce it. So to tell me to introduce somebody the way I used to like 7 months ago, hata siwezi. I can't even do it right now. But it's just funny. It's interesting. Like us sitting here, like we worked together all this year, became really great friends, and just doing this like online. Like I never thought we would do this. Like probably at that time we'd do a show together, but now like it's just doing this online. It's interesting for me.
And the funny thing is we are very far apart. Like geographically we are not in the playground in the same place, you know. And the world has become a village, I tell you.
Yeah. It's become such a village, you know. Like there's how many hours apart from like we are so many hours apart right now. But
around 6 hours 30 minutes.
It's funny that. Wow, 6 hours 30 minutes. Imagine, and we're able to do this, and you're wondering how far how much the world has changed. That even when you're not on a radio station, you can still like do a radio station somewhere with so many hours apart. Like it's just interesting how much the world has changed.
Very true. That's very true. The world has changed, and anyone can be a journalist. I see so many. Sorry to say, a lot of quacks as well outside there. They're just taking their phones and they think they can be that perfect. Of course they can. You know, the dreams are valid. And of course there are those professionals one as well, and those us. Tulijaribu then tukajiondolekea kidogo. Kiswahili ni ngumu, lakini I'm from Homa Bay though. Yeah, but it is nice. It is so nice catching up with you, Moses Kuria. What have you been up to?
Yeah. Oh my God! I left where we used to work. That's like it's almost a year since I left. You know, I'd been studying a lot of psychology and wanted, as God was transitioning me. We wow, a lot has changed. I got married. A lot has changed over the last. A lot has changed, man. A lot has changed. I know we've been catching up, but there's of course a lot of transition that I've been in, with career-wise, and now with getting married, now having a family. But I'm just flowing with transition. I can say I'm just flowing and allowing God to just keep flowing me. It's like I'm okay with the flow and the way it's going right now.
Oh, nice. Actually, I'm also married, but I'm older than you. But anyway, that's so nice. I'm happy that you're doing well. I'm also been doing well. After radio, the years in radio, you know, and then I got privileged to travel somewhere. Many people know now, and I'm in a totally different field altogether. I mean, I'm in the care industry, at the moment. Though the passion, but I'm still passionate about what what I used to do as well. The passion, but
That's why you're here recording.
Yeah, that's why I'm here recording and doing it. That's also for fun as well, because it's something that you are used to, the passion, and you have been so much passionate about. Sometimes you just have to, get back to it. Yep.
Yeah, true.
And by that, I'm not forgetting I used to be your boss.
Oh my God, it's funny, man. It's funny that we were like at the same level, and then you became my boss, and then you left, and then I also became almost a boss over there, and then I left. Like,
tell me about that. Tell me about that.
Oh my God. So I think after you left is when a lot of things changed. And with new management and stuff like that. And of course now I had also like stayed for like 2-3 years. So I just picked up for something, some sort of management role, and I was okay with it because it actually helped me to be where I am today, like understanding management and stuff like that. So I just picked it up, and it just helped me grow and learn more. So I was on air and also doing some management stuff, and then it picked up until when I left, I'd really grown. It's like within a period of a year, in management had grown so much that when I left, I was really grateful for that opportunity. Like it helps you even when you're now like an employer, you know how to manage it. It's like God was just doing it so that it could grow me and do my stuff. So it was an interesting journey. I loved that. Still love the place, still love the the radio, still have lots of friends there, lots of respect for it, like wasn't fired, so just left voluntarily. That's also something, like you didn't leave in bad blood or something. And I've been there like once since I left, and like it was just a nice reunion with the guys. So really love that place.
Oh, nice. That's so nice and very good to hear. I remember when I think I was the shortest serving head of radio. Was I think in the history of Truth FM and WSM. I was
at least you got into the office. I think that's what matters. At least to get the office,
Yeah, rotative, I'm like, how can I help you?
Oh my God. Hey, those are good times. But I loved you in that place. I liked it because we were friends. So I would walk in anytime. We would talk. It was like a very healthy like friendship and relationship as colleagues. Like it was really nice, like having your friend be the boss, I think sometimes it's important. It helps some employees to feel at peace and stuff like that, even though it lasted like a few weeks or months. I don't know how long it was.
But I was not fired. I was not fired actually. I just stepped down,
that's a good thing.
And I, because I was already in the process of getting out of that place, and also out of the country as well at that particular moment. So the best decision I made was just to step down, and but I want to really appreciate one called Mr. Luca Sawe. That boss, the person who he really saw some kind of I think, what can I say? Is it ambition or some kind of, I don't know. There's, for lack of a better word, but he saw something in me. And he approached me one day like, Chris, I want you to be the boss. I want you to make you the radio. Sawe was the general manager and the director as well. And I was like, at that time I'd never been to that kind of position as well. So I declined. Actually, I refused, and I was like, no, so I'm sorry, but I cannot take that offer. And it was like, no, you got to think about it. And so I went and thought about it. I consulted one of my cousins who is also in the media industry. And he told me, okay, you give it a try. And so I came back after, I think, a week or something or two, and then told him, yes, sir, I think I can give it a try. I can try it now. And the funny thing, I must confess today that being in the radio industry sometimes is very funny. So one of the assignments that Mr. Sawe told me to do was to go listen to the the morning programs and the mid-morning program, actually all the programs, and then come up with what I would like to change in all those programs. And because I didn't take that thing seriously, I was like, because I thought to myself that I was not really meant for this job. Mine was just to come and read news and just talk and then get out of that place. I was not really, I didn't like kind of find myself to be the boss, like look at myself as someone who can, I had already friends like you, and I was like, how will I be their boss now anyway? But so I didn't take it seriously.
Yeah.
So I didn't take it seriously. So what I did was, he told me to go and listen to the programs in the morning and in the evening, and all the programs actually, and the two radio stations. And I didn't know what to really do at that time. He told me to come up with a plan, what I wanted to change, and how I could really improve those programs. And I didn't take it serious. But I didn't take it serious. So, and then out of nowhere, after 1 week, he asked me how did I go about it. I was like, Jamaa, ako serious, sir. Ako serious. And then, you know what I told him? I'm like, I'm working on it, sir. And at that time, hata sijasikia hizo programs. Hata ukiniuliza what I need to change, I didn't really know what I was to change in those programs, because to me, they are good programs. Yeah. The people doing them are experienced journalists more than me. I found them in the VHB, they're very experienced, many years. And then, so I ignored. So what I did later on, because I saw the guy is serious. So when I came back, I told him, no, sir, I'm serious. And these are the things I think I need to change. I didn't tell him anything to change in the radio program, in the programs. What I told him was, I went to the business side of things. Like, this is how I want. I really think we can do things and kind of make profit as well. And it is also good to be journalist. You try to. Yeah, that's an aeroplane passing there. But anyway, when you ukiwekwa kwa kona, unajua ukiwekwa kwa kona as a journalist, you can always talk your way out, having sweet tongue, So mimi nikamwelezea tu upande wa biashara, infrastructure, kuimprove radio kidogo, some graphic designs and everything. And the guy saw the ambition in me, and he liked me, and he gave me the job. And I was like, I really appreciate by them, Mr. Lucas Sawi, one of the, I think, the best bosses I've ever had myself, because someone who saw me and like trusted me with that position. I really appreciate that. I really, really appreciate it. And he came to my wedding.
Interesting. He did, yeah. I remember. It's COVID time, like, I think COVID was starting to like ease at that time. So
yeah.
I actually he is also very instrumental to like me lifting me to He's one of the first few also saw something in me. I think when I left, he was one of the few people I also texted to just say, man, like I'm really grateful. Like I was like, I know you left many years ago. I've also left, but I want like you played a big role. I actually texted him and told him. I think he had been the first one who reached out to me on Facebook, but then I was like, this is a perfect moment. I was just like, man, I'm really grateful. Like that time you were in charge and the way you had like a reception to me, the way you lifted me, like didn't make me the boss like you, but he played a really great part in like the way I was growing to where I am today. So I think that the best I could was like, just tell him, let him know that, what, you played some part. Like I've left, I've not been fired. I've left to, to do something that's something that is, bigger and like what you did, and for me it played such a big role to where I am today. So yeah, like shout outs to him. He's a wonderful man.
Yeah. And I was in that position for 6 months, if I'm not wrong. And then
that's good. That's good, man. 6 months is good.
But I did several things as well. I did several things during that time. But anyway, now to the programs, we kind of did same programs as well. You did used to do the Truth Express most of the time.
Yeah, the drive show.
Express.
Yeah,
the drive show. I never did that show, by the way. I can't remember though. I can't remember doing.
I don't think you ever did that. I don't think you ever did. I think the one that you did most was the evening one. Then you left it to me for another
the
2
evening
years.
one. Yeah. Mimi nilikuwa napenda hizo kipindi iko na slow, unajua hakuna haraka kipindi ya wazee, especially the country music on Sunday. But then I used to do the program, the drama every night, Monday to Thursday to Friday, I think so. Yeah, ile unaongea polepole, unapeleka watu walale vizuri. Wajiandae to wake up tomorrow for the work.
You know what's funny?
It used to be good.
What's very interesting? What's interesting is I didn't want to do that evening show. Like when you left it to me, I was really like, nah, this is not my thing. I was so used to like the mchana thing, doing work mchana and then leaving at 7 and stuff. I didn't like it, and then I did it for like 2 weeks, and then I was like, this is home for me. Like this fits my voice. This fits the music I like. This fits everything. And then did like the next 2 full years, almost 3 years, just doing the evening show, and then people now identified me with the evening show and forgot the other one that I had done.
Yeah, and forgot me as well.
Yeah.
The funny thing about media is the moment you're out of picture, you're out of sight, out of mind. That's it. Unless you keep in touch with whatever you used to do. Yeah.
That's the hard part. Like, I remember when I was leaving, I decided to just be open with the listeners. So, on the day that I was leaving is when I told them this is the last day that I'll be on air. Man, the messages were so many. The guys were emotional. Some people were calling and they're crying, and I felt really special at that time because I wanted to do it in the most respectful way. And then you leave, and then somebody else is in within the next, like in the next few days, there's somebody who's in immediately. Yeah. And then I don't think they remember me as much by now. I still get messages from the guys who are working there, and they're like, did he go and leave? He's coming back, and blah, blah, blah. The thing is, as time goes, as months go, they'll get used to the new person, and then they'll just forget you and forget you and forget you. And it's normal. I think for me now, I understand it's normal.
It becomes normal, yeah. Do you have any funny moments you had in your time of running the program?
Well, I think the
I have quite a lot, but anyway, let me hear what are yours.
So I think I was still young. I was an intern by then. I was still an intern kabisa. So I hadn't been like into the kind of music that the radio was playing, especially now that I was doing Kipindia June and there was like need for worship music and stuff like that. So one day I go to YouTube and there's like, I need to play like an hour of worship music. And so I see this new song. Like, you know, when YouTube there's a new song, you can just see, this is a new song. So I think it's from some Nigerian dude. I don't know what his name. Like, I think it's Jimmy Disamist. I'm not even like a fan. I don't listen to his music and stuff. But now when I got into radio, I realized this is one of the guys who are being played sana. Like the guy is popular and stuff like that. And you know, he's a popular dude. So I see the video. And then I download the song, and then I go on air. There was like a part where I'd play new music. So I play the song, and I pick a day before the song, like, wow, it's fresh, it's new, just got uploaded like 3 hours ago, blah, blah, blah. And then it was like I played the song. Then the following day, one of the colleagues is like you talked for like 2 minutes saying it's a new song, but like we've been playing it for 2 years now. Like just I make a video. It's like the dude just released the video for the song. We've had the audio for 2 years to be cheza asubuhi, and then you're here telling people it's a new song. From that day, like that was like some character development for me, because I was like, wait, what? And then I went to I'm like YouTube. I'm like, oh Jesus, like what did I just do? And then from that day I decided I will never play a song that I don't know myself. Like I'm not.
Kwa program umeirembesha fanya is a very new song, umeirembesha ukairembesha, we call it marketing. Umeimarket vibaya sana, then kumbe ni song yet.
That is like a 2-year-old song.
3-year-old song. Wow.
I think that's like the one that I still remember. I think I've had some like some kidogo. Like there's always things that can make you laugh on air. But I think that one is like character development for me. Proper.
I have one as well, the character development. When I was employed in Truth FM, I was employed as a news presenter. And I was coming fresh from home. I had not done that in any radio station apart from the college radio, So I was coming to do the news and the English news, of course. I was good in English, but and I think we were replacing some people. Some people had left at that time, so we were replacing them. We were 3 of us. And then I came the first day, and the next day I'm told you are Chris ingia kwa radio. The news time, chukua news when you saw me. And the panic and the hesitation, aki nilistama. Nilikuwa na stama nikisoma news, nikisoma news. And then
oh my God.
Then news ilisha. So the next day I was sent to the field. So nimetumwa kwa field, and then so kugather news. Sent to the field is to go to the field to gather news. So kwa field you meet other journalists as well, those who have come to to cover the news as well. So huko umekutana na wengine, some of them are your former schoolmates as well, mnapiga story. Alafu mmoja akaanza kupiga story. Tunapiga story na mimi na yeye tunaongea, akaanza kusema kuna jamaa jamaa, kuna some people kwa radio mention the radio, akasema siwapendi. The guys are stammering, those people are joking, joking and they're stammering and joking. And then I wanted to know which radio station is that akasema hiyo. Na unajua that was my second day in the radio kutangaza news. Nilinyamazia hiyo story. I think either the guy listened to the news and akusikia jina yangu and then alikuwa bored akaachana nayo, unajua akaenda to other things. I feel ananiambia venye watu wanajui kusoma news, mbona na stama hivyo jamaa, kwani walitoa watu wapi?
Oh my God.
Na hiyo time ni mimi.
Yeah, I think
that was a serious character development, that I was like, hey. Na sikumwambia ni mimi, sikumwambia. Hey, I had to come back.
Harder than mine.
No, I came back and then I said no more tension. The tension, whatever was giving us tension sometimes, when you're starting something and thousands, probably millions of people are listening to you, and you don't want to mess this kind of stereotype that one about is isn't perfect. You're trying to make it perfect, and that time, pea umepewa dakika. This news, English news should end, radio news should end between 6 minutes and 7 minutes. Na labda umepewa article items karibu 4 hivi 5 na ziko na bytes. My friend, unaangalia time unashangaa sasa ni skip gani, niangalie gani, unajua unasoma. That was it was still ilinifunza adabu mimi nilifunza. And I know the friend, I can't mention his name though. Atajua kumbe ilikuwa wewe. I can't mention it, but tulikutana kwa field.
Funny thing is, I never ever read news. I think I would be good with reading news because I'm very calm. I can read a script very well. But it's the one thing that I never tried to do. Like, never
kuna pressure hapo nani? Kuna pressure ya kusoma news. Unajua lazima uandike, lazima upitie, editor apitie, approve, and then unaenda kuisoma.
Yeah.
Alafu uende kusoma na time bwana. Another thing and sometimes unaenda kusoma na umembewa time unafika hivi unapata kumbe huyo presenter pia baada hajafanya last link. Anakula time yako, so unaingia hivi. Sometimes unaingia, alafu unajua, I think some of the things that made me panic was naingia kwa studio hivi, ashaanza kucheza jingle ya news na hiyo jingle inaisha. Au hujafungua hiyo news yako kwa computer, uanze kuprepare, uangalie bytes. Inabidi rudia hiyo jingle nani. So unacheza jingle times 2. You don't know what to do, so you have to boom, let's do it again. And then hapo unaanza thing. Unapo, good evening and welcome. My name is Chrisphine Midamba. These are the news that are making headlines at this particular hour. And sweat. Another thing, kumbe umeanza kusoma na microphone ilikuwa off.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Like I
Unabidi
think news was
utarudia the everything you umesema tena, and by then hata una time, so itabidi tuseme, and that's it for a news point at this particular hour. More news in an hour. Unatoka unasema tu naomba tu let those enemies out there not hear me saying this.
You know what's funny is the days when you're making mistakes is the same days that your boss is listening. Like the days you do like the perfect. Like there's days when I would do like the best. Like I just do a link. I'm like, dude, I hope that guy is listening. Like I hope they're listening to how much I've done in this link, like the English, the way I've articulated my point, the way it was short. They used to tell us it needs to be short. Like this one was short. Like in Ilesiku, I just do an extra 1 minute. The day you play the wrong song, the day you umeka hapo umechanganyikiwa view kama unaumwa na kichwa kidogo, that's when the guys are listening, and then that's when you get corrected. Like, where were you when I was doing the right thing 90% of the time? Like you're only there 10% when I'm doing the wrong. It's like it's just funny looking at it right now. Like when you're outside, you're like, hey, never. Those were good times.
Very good times. I can't remember how many times kwa kipindi the True Armor, and also no, mostly almost all my programs, the programs I did, the True Armor, the country music on Sundays, and I did also the morning program as well sometimes. I remember those also serious moments, maybe not serious but funny moments. Umefungua simu sasa, wasikilizaji wapige simu, watuange simu. And then you also have to control the driving. Wengine wataanza kutwanga story. So sometimes inakubidi tu ukate mtu useme we are sorry, I've lost that caller there, and then unashika mwingine.
Oh my god, I used to have this trick. So how I would
Goja, if listeners are watching us this moment, please forgive us.
Yeah, we're sorry, but we have nothing to lose. We're out now. We're not, we have nothing to lose. So I used to do this. I used to, whenever I had those callers, when you're doing usiku and it's like very spiritual, like people love those places when they can express themselves spiritually, like give them a topic, and then the way the listeners were jioni watu pia spiritually, there are people who know the Bible and stuff like that, and they're worshiping
and very prayerful.
So whenever
as well.
somebody would, oh my god, very prayerful. So whenever somebody would overdo it, so I had this trick. I would put the fader. So the fader, for people who don't know, is that it's like the thing that controls the volume, or you can turn it on and off. So what I would
on the
do,
mixer,
I would fade, on the mixer. So I would fade somebody out like up down, so that it looks like their connection is bad. So I would do that, and then I'm like, hello, like I can't hear you, like unanisikia. Then people, and then I would turn their microphone off, and then I would like, hi, can you hear me? Like I can't hear you, and then I put it on, then I put it off, and so the listeners would think, and this person that sisi wenyewe hamtumsikii, so the presenter has a right to turn them off. So I would do that kidogo, and then I turn the phone off. Wewe sasa enda tupatie nafasi tuendelee na kipindi. So I would do that a lot of times, and it will always work for me. Nobody knew, at least now they know, but that was my trick.
Sometimes you're under pressure, by the way. Sometimes in those jobs, you're also careful what you're gonna say. You have to be, for example, we were working in the Christian industry, and you have to be very sound doctrinally, is it doctrinally, something like that? Doctrine, you have to be very of good sound.
Yes.
You are careful not to say something that is doctrinally unsound, something that will cause issues in the faith industry. And people do it there, they trust you in the faith industry. You've said this, and you're hosting pastors as well, and interviewing them. So whatever, your opinion also as well matters, Yeah, and I remember sometimes bwana mtu anapiga simu alafu hata you're not even asking people to request for a song, mtu ana request song nyingine hata huwezi cheza, like okay, it's a Christian song but inafaa icheze pengine daytime, hizo people za marap wani unashanga sasa hii inacheza wapi hapo. Did you have such kind
I think
of
I used to. Yeah, I did. I did have a lot of that cause the thing is, I've come to realize a lot of people and listeners do not necessarily understand the programs and how they're run and the music that is played at work. It's only us who knew. Like, it was only you and me and Rose was doing the other show, like, who knew how the kind of music we should play. So did they even care about that? No, they didn't. So you'd find that usiku somebody will request for like a praise song, thinking that it should be played because cinema request song. So that doesn't make any sense to play on the radio station at night because we're doing worship. It's not that tumikata, it's just it's not the right time. Like, we can listen to it casual. So for me, I had all of that like almost every day. So what I used to do is I would, when I see a request either on the SMS platform or WhatsApp or online, I would not read it and I would not play that song. I would only read the ones that I worship and then I play those songs. So when I would do that, it would help the other listeners who are like requesting different songs. They're like, okay, mbona yangu haisomwi, haichezwi. So, and I would never tell them ati sijacheza juu ya hii. So what I would do is sometimes I would request the songs myself. I would say so and so has requested this song and I'm going to play it, and it's fake. Like, I will fake a request, play that request for people to like be like, okay, the song I'm requesting ni kama haifit. I don't have to tell you, wewe unafaa uangalie nyewe, mbona ichezwi na mbona za wengine zinachezwa. And then there are songs that you're like, you don't even know. Like, you find that there are artists like underground musicians, you know, those underground worship musicians who are coming up. So somebody requests their own song na hata haiko YouTube, hata haiko sijui wapi,
hauna anywhere,
hauna, na nakwambia ucheze, na napiga simu nakwambia Chris nicheze song fulani, alafu like it's the
unatafuta kwa files zako, files za studio,
haiko like which song ingine hata ni ya Kijaluo, ni ya Kikuyu, you're like, dude, like they're like vernacular stations to play that. We can't do that. So now looking back, and those were good times. Those were crazy good times.
Very good times indeed. I tell you. But we thank the Lord so much for also the far we have come. And also we really thank the Lord so much for the opportunities we had in Truth FM and Bibliosema as well. That was a very good field for us to grow, and we did. Indeed, we did. We improved. You know, we went there amateurs, and we came out able to talk to you like this. You know. So it was those very, very good moments that I remember so many of my colleagues as well there. I can mention some of them. Douglas Mariba, I know you'll be watching this or is probably watching. Douglas Mariba, and I know I saw her, Rose Sokinda, who else? Mandala, yes, Mandala. Benson Mwanza. Benson Mwanza. And of course, many also left. I'm not aware of. I didn't have any interaction with the new ones, so but I remember Terry Jogun. I remember DJ Terry. Also, I remember those people.
Yeah, you know, funny enough, like for me on my wedding day, man, like all of them were there. There's a photo we took. I sent it to you, man. Like all of them were at my wedding night, and I just left like 4 months ago. For me, it was like, man, it was so emotional seeing Douglas there. Everyone was like there at my wedding, and I was like, anyway, I made really good friends at that time, and like I left an impact on some of them. I trained some of them, those the new ones that you had never met. Like, it was nice, like just seeing them. Of course, from here, the times we spent together is now like in Aisha, but we still like have so much contact.
Actually, we're still in contact. Actually, we are.
Yeah. You find there's a lot of contact you have with people. Douglas trained me from scratch, remain friends after that. Like the way we've been friends with you, even after you left me like years ago, like there's like a sort of friendship that remains. You go that's now beyond even work.
Yeah, true. Very true. Very true. I tell you, very, 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 very powerful and beautiful experience that we had in Truth FM and Bibliosema, and of course, we still urge you listeners to continue listening to Truth FM and Bibliosema. when you get time, you do that. Please do that and support them as well, as you will be enabled. They are good people. They're good people. They molded us,
Very
you
good
know.
people.
They gave us the
Yeah.
platform, and we will still always be, indebted to them as well. Just to,
Yeah.
yes, once in a while I normally check on what they're posting on social media as well, just trying to follow, because I feel some attachment still, and just getting in contact sometimes with some of them, those who are still there though. But yeah.
Yeah, it's very important to just still be in contact, especially with the ones that you are close with. A lot can change in life, but there's you get to evolve with people. I still check up. Mandala was literally the MC at my wedding. I got some the DJ
nice.
was DJ Terots. They're still friends. They came as service providers and friends to the wedding. So you see we've done even things outside work, and I had left Kitambo. So for me, it was always a great time. I would still urge people to support. I think they still have this thing of pillar of truth and whatever to support, financially. Still it helps. Like when we were there, we saw how much it helped in pushing and just keeping the station on air. It really, there's a lot of financial challenges, but you see,
and they had some. I saw they're having a tea party thing there. I don't know whether it's already happened. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't even know. I think the last one they did, or the first one, it was when I was there. I think it was, and I actually had left 2 days before. So, but I still went there. So I think there should be another one. Don't know the dates exactly.
I'm not sure. I saw something like that. I'm not sure whether it has already happened or not yet. But yeah, it's a good time. If you get time, also when you hear such kind of opportunities, you go there.
Yeah, cool.
Kunywa kahawa, kunywa coffee. Kwa bili yako lakini.
Yeah.
All right, I tell you, beautiful. It was very nice catching up with Moses Kuria and talking about our experiences in the radio industry. Probably we are not that much experienced like some of you are, but at least we did our side. We did our best.
Yeah.
This is what people are experienced, my friend. You just need to tell your story and be like, wow, sometimes we say we have a testimony. But until you get to hear someone else's testimony, then you're like, mine is nothing.
Yeah, because we also the big testimony, I remember when I would host like a very big testimony. What I was like, I would be there after the show. I'm like, wow, God, where do I go from here? What other testimony can I bring for these people that will be bigger than this? And then the following week, the same, something bigger. And I'm like, where will I get a bigger testimony? Unaleta mwingine kona testimony ingine big. You're like, oh my God.
They were very, very moving testimonies.
Yeah, moving.
What people have gone through, and to see how God has really kind of salvaged them, brought them out of that kind of, position, and then removed them from those conditions, and some healing, some delivered, and very, 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 humbling sometimes when you get to see what the Lord has done. We are Christian, by the way.
Yeah. It was big testimonies.